addressing the dictatorial past, it's very important to learn what means democracy. Democracy means freedom, means a variety of lifestyles you can live, and all this doesn't exist in dictatorships. Is it a Nazi dictatorship or a communist dictatorship we experienced in Germany? So every remembering means seeing to what kind of state dictatorship will lead or can lead, and especially in my case, I'm running a memorial in a remand prison, which has very dark methods of treating the inmates, which are not possible in democracies. So we try to show the pupils, especially, which are coming in a great number to this memorial, what the effects of dictatorship can be. That's a very big task nowadays, because the young people only experienced freedom and democracy, and they don't experience what the other kind of state may be, and we try to show it to them, what has happened in Germany. But that's history, that's long ago for young people, and so we try to get them by referring this to present examples. For example, Belarus, which oppresses free opinions and puts people who are not conform with the dictator in prisons, and so we have an actual example what democracy and dictatorship means. History is used as a tool for politics, especially by those people who are not going conform with free societies, looking to Hungary, looking to Russia. There I see that they use history, parts of history, I have to say parts of history, not what we as a free dealing with history would understand. They use the parts of history to make their politics. For example, Putin says that there's a fascist regime in Ukraine. That's using politics. Everybody in Russia will understand that, because the Soviet Union was an anti-fascist state. So everybody knows the fascists are the bad people, even if they don't know what a fascist is. So parts of history are used by politicians, and that's an evil, because it leads to something we don't want to. We want to teach and want to live that a critical way to deal with history means to have other opinions, to discuss other opinions, and so we can see what ways of history, the dealing with history are possible. And that's the most important thing. I'm working for the memorial Berlin-Hohenschönhausen. Berlin-Hohenschönhausen is the biggest and the main remand prison for the Stasi in East Germany. The Stasi was the secret police of the communist dictatorship, and they put in there all the political prisoners they collected over the whole country, and the ones who wanted to flee East Germany. There are about 100 cells and 100 rooms where they could interrogate the inmates, and that's a very big and perhaps impressive building, and we want to open it for the public to make our work. At first, I have to mention that there is an unbroken run into the memorial. That's what we are very lucky for. We had to close, because of the pandemic, the memorial for several months in 2020 and 1921, and afterwards the visitors came immediately, and in a great number. We have the good numbers we had before the pandemic, and so we are very lucky. So there is kind of interest, the first point. The second point is that we, addressing the communist part, we still have many former inmates, eyewitnesses, who can tell their stories, and we are working intensely together with them in the memorial. We have about 60 to 100 former inmates which are working with us, which are telling their stories, which are leading through the memorial. So there is the direct approach for pupils, especially for pupils, where which makes understanding more easy than it would be if it's only history that it's told. But you are right. We have to prepare for the time when there are no eyewitnesses anymore, and so we are trying to find our ways by making videos with them, using any technological possibility to conserve their eyewitnesships, as I would say. So we will try to preserve it for the future. But we have, on the other hand, we always have to see that we want to make an emotional approach for everybody who's coming, but we don't want to overwhelm them, because emotion can, if it's not too overwhelming, it can open the mind, and we want that the people will think on their own about the topics we want to say, to bring to them. And so it's important for us that they think themselves. They don't want to. We don't want to make them able to respond the answers we have given before. And in a very funny way, we can see that it has some effect, because many young people apply when we want to have new employees. And most of them say they apply because they were so fascinated by seeing the memorial, and they want to be part of this work we are doing in the memorial.